The story's woven in Fabric, a global flag tour. Hey there, I'm Jai and welcome. So, have you ever really at a flag? I mean, beyond just recognizing it as, that's the flag of X country, because here's the thing. Flags are more than just symbols. They tell stories of history, culture, and identity. They're like these incredibly condensed visual narratives packed with meaning, often reflecting centuries of triumphs, struggles, and aspirations. Today, we're diving into the hidden meanings behind some of the world's most famous flags. We're going to peel back the layers, decode the colors, and understand why these pieces of cloth can evoke such powerful emotions and represent entire nations. Think about it. These designs aren't just random collections of shapes and colors. They are meticulously chosen, each element carrying a specific weight, a particular message. From the stars and stripes that evoke a sense of a new constellation to the rising sun that speaks of ancient traditions, flags are a universal language, albeit one that sometimes requires a bit of translation. And that's exactly what we're here to do. To become vexillologists for a day. That's a fancy word for people who study flags, by the way, and explore the fascinating symbolism that makes each flag unique. So grab your metaphorical magnifying glass, because we're about to embark on a journey across continents, through history, and into the very heart of what makes a nation. We'll look at how these symbols came to be, what they meant to the people who designed them, and what they continue to represent today. It's a world of color, symbolism, and stories, all neatly packaged into these powerful emblems. Ready to decode some flags? Let's get started. Stars, stripes, and a republic story, the USA. All right, let's kick things off with a flag that's instantly recognizable to probably billions of people, the flag of the United States of America, often affectionately known as the Stars and Stripes or Old Glory. Now, the design itself is deceptively simple, but like a good historical novel, it's packed with layers of meaning. The most striking elements, of course, are the colors, red, white, and blue. Officially, these colors weren't assigned specific meanings by the Continental Congress when the flag was first adopted in 1777, but over time they've come to represent core American values. Red is widely interpreted as symbolizing valor and hardiness, a nod to the courage shown during the fight for independence and beyond. Then you have the white, which stands for purity and innocence. This isn't necessarily about a naive kind of innocence, but rather the purity of the ideals upon which the nation was supposedly founded. Ideals of liberty and equality, though we know the path to achieving those has been, and continues to be, complex and fraught. And finally, the blue, particularly the blue rectangle in the canton, that's the upper inner corner for all you budding vexillologists, represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. It's the color of the watchful guardian, the enduring spirit. So in these three colors, you get a snapshot of the aspirational character of the nation, a sort of mission statement woven into fabric. And then, of course, there are the stars and the stripes, the elements that give the flag its most common nicknames. The 13 horizontal stripes, 7 red and 6 white, are a direct nod to the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Great Britain. They represent the foundational entities that came together to form the United States. The stars, well, those have evolved. Initially, there were 13 stars matching the stripes arranged in a circle to signify equality among the states. But as the nation grew, so did the number of stars. Today there are 50 white stars, each one representing one of the 50 states that make up the current union. It's a living part of the flag, this field of stars, a visual representation of the country's expansion and evolution. The land of the rising sun, Japan's Hinamaru. Next, let's journey across the Pacific to Japan and its strikingly minimalist yet profoundly symbolic flag known as the Nishoki Rijangchi, which means sunmark flag, or more commonly the Hinamaru, Ri-no-One, meaning circle of the sun. This flag is a masterclass in simplicity, conveying deep cultural significance. Its design is incredibly straightforward, a large red disc representing the sun centered on a white rectangular field. But don't let that simplicity fool you. The meaning here runs deep into the heart of Japanese culture and identity. The white field is generally understood to represent purity, honesty, and integrity, virtues highly valued in Japanese society. The red disc, or the Hinamaru itself, is the star of the show, quite literally, as it symbolizes the sun. Japan has long been known as the land of the rising sun, a name that has roots in its geographical position east of China and in ancient mythological traditions. The sun goddess Amaterasu is a central figure in Shinto, the indigenous religion of Japan, and the imperial family is traditionally believed to be descended from her. So this red disk isn't just any sun, it's a powerful emblem connecting the nation to its ancient past, its spiritual foundations, and the very essence of its name. It's a symbol of brightness, warmth, and sincerity. The Hinomaru's origins are ancient, with sun motif flags reportedly used by samurai and daimyo feudal lords centuries ago, particularly during the feudal period. While its use became more widespread in the 19th century, especially for Japanese ships to identify them, it was officially adopted as the national flag in 1870. There's a certain elegance and power in its directness. It doesn't rely on complex imagery, but instead uses a single, potent symbol that resonates deeply within Japanese culture and is instantly recognizable worldwide. It's a testament to how a simple design can carry immense historical and cultural weight, speaking volumes without needing intricate details. Now let's head south to the vibrant nation of Brazil, whose flag is a beautiful and intricate tapestry of symbolism, reflecting the country's natural bounty and its historical aspirations. The Brazilian flag, known as A Auriverde, the gold and green, is immediately striking with its bright green field and the large yellow rhombus at its center. The green is perhaps the most straightforward element, representing the vast and lush Amazon rainforest and the extensive Atlantic forests that cover so much of the country. It speaks to Brazil's incredible biodiversity and the natural wealth found within its borders, a constant reminder of the nation's ecological heritage. Nestled within that green expanse is the yellow rhombus, which traditionally symbolizes the nation's wealth, particularly its rich mineral resources, including gold, which played a significant role in Brazil's colonial history and economic development. So right away, the two main background colors paint a picture of a land of abundant natural resources, both botanical and mineral. But the real centerpiece, the most unique and detailed part of the flag, is the blue circle within the yellow rhombus. This isn't just any blue circle, it's a celestial sphere, a depiction of the night sky. This blue disk is adorned with 27 white stars, and here's where it gets incredibly specific and quite poetic. These stars represent the Brazilian states and the federal district, much like the stars on the US flag. However, their arrangement is not arbitrary. They depict the sky as it appeared over Rio de Janeiro on November 15, 1889, at 8:30 a.m., the very date and time the Republic of Brazil was declared. Each star corresponds to a specific star in the actual sky, and they are arranged as if viewed from outside the celestial sphere. Across the blue disk runs a curved white band inscribed with the national motto, Ordem e Progresso, which translates to order and progress. This motto was inspired by Auguste Comte's positivism, a philosophical school of thought influential among the founders of the Republic. It's a flag that literally maps its birth onto the cosmos. Let's move now to the southern tip of Africa, to South Africa, a nation with a complex and often painful history, but whose current flag is a vibrant symbol of unity and a hopeful future. Adopted on April 27, 1994, to coincide with the country's first fully democratic elections, the South African flag is one of the most colorful and symbolically rich flags in the world. Its design is a deliberate departure from the flags of its apartheid past, aiming to represent all South Africans and the coming together of a previously divided society. It doesn't just represent one group, it strives to encompass the rainbow nation. The flag features 6 colors: black, gold, or yellow, green, white, red, and blue. While there are no officially prescribed universal meanings for these colors, they are often interpreted as drawing from various influences. Some see them as reflecting the colors of the African National Congress, black, green, gold, as well as the colors of the former Boer Republic flags and the Union Jack, red, white, blue, thereby acknowledging different historical threads. The design itself is dominated by a horizontal Y shape, which is incredibly significant. This Y can be seen as symbolizing the convergence of diverse elements within South African society, taking the road ahead in unity. This Y shape starts as 2 bands at the hoist side, the side closest to the flagpole. and merges into a single band towards the fly side, the outer edge. This visual representation of convergence is powerful. It speaks to the coming together of different paths, different histories, and different peoples into a single unified nation moving forward. The flag's design, created by State Herald Frederick Brownell, was intended to be a synopsis of the principal elements of the country's flag history, but also a symbol of a new beginning. It's a visual embodiment of the country's motto, Kee Xara Shatake, which is in the Khoisan language of the Exam people and translates to diverse people unite. It's a relatively new flag, but one that carries immense weight and aspiration for a reconciled nation. Finally, let's turn our attention to one of the most iconic and historically layered flags in the world, the Union Jack, the national flag of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Its design is a fascinating historical document in itself, as it literally combines the flags of three constituent countries under one crown. The current design dates back to 1801 with the union of Great Britain and Ireland, but its origins go back even further to 1606. It's a story of evolving political unions visually represented. The Union Jack is a composite of three older national flags. First, there's the Red Cross of St. George, the patron saint of England. This is a simple red cross on a white background which has been associated with England since the late Middle Ages. Then you have the white saltire, a diagonal cross of St. Andrew, the patron saint of Scotland. This is a white X-shaped cross on a blue background. These two were first combined in 1606 after James VI of Scotland inherited the English throne as James I, creating a flag for the new union of the crowns. This original Union flag represented the union of England and Scotland. The final layer was added in 1801 when the Kingdom of Ireland joined with Great Britain to form the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. This brought in the red saltire of St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, which is a red X-shaped cross on a white background. To incorporate this, the red saltire was counterchanged with the white saltire of St. Andrew, meaning they appear to interlace, with careful attention paid to ensure St. Andrew's saltire wasn't completely obscured, reflecting a bit of heraldic diplomacy. So when you look at the Union Jack, you're seeing a visual representation of centuries of political and royal history, a literal weaving together of distinct national symbols into one overarching emblem. It's a flag that has flown over a vast empire and continues to be a powerful, if sometimes contentious, symbol today. So from the aspirational stars and stripes of the USA to the ancient solar symbolism of Japan, the celestial map of Brazil, the unifying Y of South Africa, and the layered history of the Union Jack, it's clear that these emblems are so much more than just pieces of colored fabric. Flags are powerful symbols that encapsulate the essence of a nation's identity and history. They are visual shorthand for complex stories of struggle, triumph, culture, and shared values. They can inspire immense pride, fierce loyalty, and sometimes, unfortunately, division. But their power to communicate and represent is undeniable. Each flag we've looked at today, and indeed every flag around the world, has its own unique narrative, its own set of encoded meanings waiting to be understood. They reflect what a nation believes about itself, its past, and its aspirations for the future. They are carried into battle, flown over seats of government and waved by citizens at moments of national celebration or mourning. They are in many ways the silent storytellers of our global community, constantly reminding us of the diverse tapestry of human experience and the enduring need for symbols that bind us together. Next time you see a flag, whether it's one we discussed today or another from the vast array around the globe, I hope you'll take a moment to appreciate the story it tells. Think about the colors, the shapes, the emblems, and wonder about the history and the people behind them. There's a whole world of meaning waving in the breeze. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights. Until next time, keep looking closer, keep